It just, in this, we're not going to go through all the reasons why it works, but it works. And but in the beginning, the guys that are the most successful out there right now are doing their affirmations 2 or 3, 4 times a day. Okay. The phrase I am sends a command to your subconscious so that it can work on this goal for you even while you're asleep. The term happily and easily tell your subconscious that you will not struggle to accomplish this. This works well for me because it also helps me shorten my workday. You may want to use another term that will help you experience the emotion of increased amounts in savings. The present tense word increasing creates a stress between what you are saying and reality, so your subconscious acts with a sense of urgency to make this happen. The or more is important also because when you realize how easy it is to increase your savings, you can replace that with net worth, equity, whatever you want, account by $5 million each month. You may want to immediately raise the amount. These 2 little words will have already sent the message to your subconscious and will reach the monthly amount quicker. I only said $2 billion when I founded the company. And I picked it out of my ass. I don't know why it got me. Because Zapata was bigger than a $2 billion, so there was a misconnect. You know, if I had picked the fucking number that the 50th company was at the time, it would have been a lot fucking bigger number. But I was more concerned because of my fucking Mexican upbringing that I make $6 to $8 million a year. Because I knew that's what they were making. If I had gone to get a fucking Columbia MBA, I'd have figured it out. Oh, these 2 should match. 50th largest is 14 billion. But, fuck. Anyway. And so I hold it against my parents that I didn't go to fucking Columbia or Stanford or some fucking school that you don't have to explain about. Explain about when you had a chance with my ex-partner. The reason why I only have $820 with Great Western is because I had a $180 partner. This is a true story. $180. Jason, I convinced to put up $180. Hey, Jason. Not a white Lithuanian, but a Jason. And come to think of it, Anderson was a racist Ku Klux Klan, so it's not really a good example. John Anderson, please. He was the youngest secretary of the Navy or something under FDR or Eisenhower, but he was a Texas oil guy. And so after we were in the business after about 5, 6 months, he says, Dan, I'm just going to slow you down. He could never come to the meetings. He was starting to get old. He says, so I bought him back. I bought him out for his $180. But his son wanted to be a Baptist minister. And he got accepted to Hardin-Simmons College. Hardin-Simmons College is one of the best Bible schools used to be in America. But he wanted to be near Dallas, near Mama and Daddy, because Mommy and Daddy. But he also got accepted to Harvard Divinity. And so I still remember sitting in the living room there with Mr. Anderson and the kid, and words to the effect, son, what I'd like you to do is go to a school. This is just my advice, my take on it. I'm an old guy. That you go to a school you don't have to explain about. And he says, what do you mean, Dad? You know, Hardin-Simmons, other than us old boys here in the Texas oil patch, nobody knows about Hardin-Simmons. But even a foreigner knows about Harvard. Oh, okay, Dad. I guess that it's better if I go to a school that you don't have to explain about. And so he went off to Harvard Divinity, and, you know, I don't know if he's still alive. But anyway, for sure I went to a school you had to explain about, but you didn't. Okay. But that's how come I had 820. Some would argue I really started with 1,000 because I bought the guy out within the first year. But the story sounds better with 820. So we're going to keep it at 820 since I've been doing it for 30 years with 820 now. Okay. The president. Okay. The or more is important also because when you realize, oh no, I said that. The best times to say the affirmations are in the morning, when you get up, and in the evening just before you go to bed. By saying them at night, you are commanding your subconscious to work on them while you're asleep. By saying them in the morning, you give your subconscious the opportunity to present a report what it did while you slept. The increased focus you experience as a result of this simple activity will produce phenomenal results so that you truly get what you want, blah, 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 blah. This is your homework. Tonight, what you want, goals, and affirmations. And I would say it would be a lie of biblical proportion to tell you that we have had anything other than a phenomenal success with this and the kids. Kids meaning you. To say your goals, not to say your goals, but to say your affirmations. How many affirmations did you have? I have 22. I told you that. My 22, I told you how they break down. The personal goals, I only have 5 or 6 left. And I have, I think, 6 or 7 affirmations that are associated to those. The rest of mine are related to you, my children, Sally, and a number of the charities that I'm involved in. But you number as many as you want.
Yeah. How long is roughly each of your affirmations? Like a sentence?
I'd say no more lengthy than this sentence right here. Right there. And I have them on 5x7 cards. And I know you'll be doing it on your tablet. And, I understand that, but I don't do that. I don't do that. Any questions about this?
What about short affirmations like I am a genius, I am intelligent? Are there those working too? Or
No. Well, you'd be lying to yourself, but that's not the point. Okay. Now, I am confident, becoming more innately bright through QLA, through because it's a process. It's not I am. Just say I am. I am excited about becoming. I am excited about being. Anything else? During the winter, you can hang meat in here, and so forth. I know it's warm, but there is no.
Could you repeat the present tense? So
Yeah,
if I say,
I am. No, you're right. I am. It's present tense. It's because you're practicing now. When you're without. Thank you for correcting me, Robert. Now, this is a study that was done not too long ago, and it's interesting. These are all snowflakes. Now, when a snowflake is in the presence of them, the music Amazing Grace, this is what happened. Amazing Grace is kind of a holy song, isn't it? Amazing. Okay. This is when you say something, you disgust me, the vibration. This is the song Imagine by John Lennon. This is Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. This is a heavy metal song. This is for real. I'm not making this shit up. And this is Say Evil. Now, there's a whole theory behind this, which you can talk to Robert about. I'm not going to go through. But the vibrations that you give off, it's like the satellite when the Pope was ill before the new Pope, the Pope, John the 23rd, the one that died, a couple of popes ago. When the Catholic Church asked the Catholics and everybody else to pray for the Pope so he wouldn't die, when the satellites went over the Earth, you could see infrared kind of on the planet where the biggest sections of Roman Catholics were. Mostly in South America, Spain, a few pockets, Boston, a few pockets where there's a lot of Catholics. But Catholics weren't the only ones that prayed for the old guy. But I mean, whether you want to believe this shit or not, I mean, there's quite a bit of scientific data behind it. And when I say never share a doubt, and when I say only positive things, and when I say all that stuff, There is scientific data to back it up. There is. I don't teach that scientific data, but all I know is I'll be 70 years old in a few days, and I know the shit works. I know the shit works. And when Jamie said earlier that he doesn't share doubts, and everybody in this room has shared a doubt at one time in their life, it's a hard habit to get out of. It's I'm told. I haven't done it, a long time ago, since not forever, 40, 45 years. But I'm told it's exceedingly difficult to get out of. But it's my experience, and I don't mean to be a chauvinist about this, but your significant other wants you to treat her like a baby kangaroo. Baby kangaroo sits in the pouch, right? When it's hungry, it sticks its head out. It looks around, I'm told, When it's not hungry and it's sleeping, all it wants is the security of the pouch. They want to just know everything's cool, and they don't want to worry. Well, my experience is, other than senior management, your employees want the same. They really don't know, and unless they're part of the solution, if you tell them the problem, they will become part of the problem. I'm going to say that again slow, for the thick, especially you. Unless they're part of the potential solution in the management team, they don't need to know any of the fucking problems. Unless, I'm looking at you. Come on, guys, stay with me. I'm using, 2-syllable words here. Unless they're part of the management solution, they don't need to know the motherfucking problem. Because then it becomes everybody worries. Am I going to lose my job? Am I going to do that? And that's very, very, very difficult depending on your ethnic background. Asian, Hispanic. I can't speak to, even though I can't speak to blacks too much. But, when MacArthur thought the invasion of, is it Penang? Where did he invade? Penang. Well, he didn't think they were going to be successful. Now, he didn't run around telling every fucking person, but he knew that if he cut off the Chinese and you'd be Twix and tweeting. I don't know. I think the Chinese are going to overrun us. And you write in your fucking blog, and this will sound awful, but real men that have something between their legs don't act that way. And women, whatever you need between your legs to act that way, I don't know. Okay. And it's, and for those of you that are daddy's boys, some of you are a little old to be daddy's boys, but some of you are daddy's boys. The reason why your dad or your mother doesn't have confidence in you is because you act like a cunt. You may not think you're acting like a cunt, but you are. They raised you up to go to school to be a doctor. I'm only using you, Joe, as an example. Because, they thought when he went to medical school and he became a big-time surgeon that they wouldn't have to worry anymore. They don't want to hear your fucking problems. I just by looking at you, sorry shits, I know that I'm hitting I'm hitting the nail on the head. You've only got a couple days to continue to be able to think that way. Good night, YouTubers. Now, I'd like to see Ron LeGrand stand in front of a snowflake.
Oh.
Now, I think it'd be a cross between this and this. Yeah. Now, see, Ron doesn't believe in any of this shit. Now, I didn't talk about this, but when he went to the seminar, He just wanted to know where to get the fucking money.